So hey guys, what we're looking at today is a 346XP. This belongs to Simple Man. I think Bellhopper built this thing for him probably about 4 or 5 years ago or something, but his brother had it, and on the truck he runs a tree service, and really wasn't for sure what had happened. He thought maybe they'd put a clutch on it, having clutch issues, and then wouldn't run, but that's what we're going to figure out here in this video, what's wrong with this thing, and if we can get it fixed, sent back home where they can put it back to work. Alright, looks like these things are just on their finger tight, so we're going to use our fingers and pull them off. And if you don't care guys, throw us a thumbs up, really helps the channel out a lot. And if you can comment, it don't matter what it is. If you want to tell me I'm full of it, we'll appreciate it and take it, but commenting really helps push these videos out as well. I had someone tell me I needed more close-up detailed footage, but it was on a video probably from 5 years ago, so I could turn on the Diagnosing, get you in closer, but come on guys. We give him a sarcastic reply, but clutch, the springs in it are extremely loose. I don't know that would cause a running issue. In most cases it won't, but it's spinning freely here. In most cases what that's going to do is that chain's just going to sit and continuously spin. So yeah, we'll get a tool set up here and pull that clutch off. I think a whole pile of these things laying here somewhere. We'll get a good clutch stuck on it and then see if she'll fire up. People absolutely love it. I mean, they love it when I use that brake tool to remove a clutch, because they are not successful with it. It usually don't take much. Hammering, so I don't care to use that. There are some that what I'll do is I'll shove a rope in the cylinder. You always want to use a rope. You really don't want to use a piston stop. It could bend the rod. You want something soft in there to take some of that impact from the hammer. But what I'll do is you can either take a hammer and a chisel, or what I like to do is they have notches, meant to take a chisel and hammer it. I'll take an air chisel with a small chisel on it, and it just a couple hits, it does an amazing job, like on a 372 clutch. Does really, really well. Just, a little tip there. Clutch drum looks a-okay. Like we got a 72325 on that, but oil pump worm gear looks good, feels good. Clutch bearing looks good, feels good. So I think all we need is the clutch, but again, I don't think that's going to cause a running issue at all. So this thing may have other problems other than that. And more than that, it ain't hard to see that thing's all but brand new. I had one left over there. I bought that for something. I think I was going to put together a 350 or something. It's been so long I don't remember, but laying over there in a box. So I knew thought I had a couple, but I think we might have used one of them on the 353 we done a while back. I think it had clutch problems as well. Again, you can hear it rattle over the background noise or see it. That's when they're wore out. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pull the cord out a little. Alright, so we got a good clutch on there. We hammer it down again. That drum looked fine. Bearing felt fine. We might pump a little oil up into it. Pump a little oil into it. This is usually only on Husqvarna saws you can do this. There, she tightened right up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a clutch cover on it just in case that clutch didn't go on real tight, and in case it decides it wants to sling off, you guys seen that happen before on here. You probably had to do it yourself. And what I mean is, if the clutch ain't set in tight enough, it'll zing off, and you have to about go hire a search party to come find it most of the time. But we'll fill this thing up again. That should not have caused any kind of running issue. It would have only been a chain spinning issue at idle, but alright, we'll see. We're over here in the shade, and I'm thinking maybe this fall or winter I'll just pan around. I'm thinking maybe we can get us a like a little outdoor section here we can work in to keep us in the shade when we have projects that need to be outside. Little buddy over there in the far with your left corner, he really loves any kind of combustion, so he's gonna start barking. I think we got him 2017 or so he's about 8 years old. But let's see if she'll bust off. Pulls, I ain't bad to sit, you know, a long time. Man, it sounded like the clutch just went right into the clutch cover. Not 100% sure what happened there, but man, she's locked tight. She wasn't that way before we went outside, so let's see if we can get this to zip it back off. See what happened. Oh, that feels great. I didn't even hit record, but I'll just promise you I put the Ugga Dugga on it, or whatever you call it. That one maximum in reverse, so if it comes off now, I don't know. We got some serious issues. Some of them you do have to put a bar and chain on and get it in a piece of wood, and I know people are going to say just set the chain brake. The chain brake looks like it's been absent for some time, but I really hope my camera lens is not fogged up on that first tape. But if it does it again, I'll just go pull a bar and chain off of my little 440 or something, and we'll set it in a piece of wood and set the clutch. But I know most of you probably like to see it in a piece of wood anyway. I think we got it that time. Run it again. I think we'll do that just in case it might have had some other issue. You can't really go off of one just starting it. No doubt in my mind it's going to run flawlessly, but I guess we'll take a brief break here and come up with bar and chain and put it in a piece of wood. Well guys, there where the saw's at, it's direct sunlight, but like 10 feet away it's shade. We may end up coming back here and cutting on a piece of that back there, because there ain't much of that left, a few inches. Tried to start the wood splitter, put something else in, but somebody didn't make sure the engine was torqued up good, and it sat here and rained in it for like 2 weeks or so. Alrighty guys, I'm going to call that a done deal. Evidently it was just clutch was the issue, but we got a good new clutch on it, got her lined out. That's a good strong runner. If you've not ran one of these, about any one you'll get a hold of, even a bone stock one, they're a pleasure to run. Good zippy, snappy saw. Some people will say that one's tuned a little rich, but I'm up here in the mountains. This saw came from Florida. Tune-up's close enough. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm sure it runs excellent down there, but did you lean it out, make it faster? Yes, you could if you was racing, but this is a work saw. Good for a work saw, you're better on the richer side, or in my experience. But I'll get my bar and chain off of here, get this thing defueled and oiled, get her cleaned up and ready to ship back home. Again, you have to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you think you might know someone that might want to see this, share it with them. Again, that's a bellhopper built saw. Built it, I know, at least 4 years ago, and she's still running strong. So yeah, thank you guys again. Y'all have a good one.